Hi, my name's Carrie and I'm going to discuss the first three steps of our project, which are based around the scenarios, the background information and comparisons of different other products, and the data collection process. So first of all, our scenarios are based around our topic, which is trees. So we've taken various aspects to the topic to incorporate into our scenarios to imply that our end result will be utilised for many different purposes. So our first scenario is based around education in schools, about native trees and their habitats.
Hello everyone, my name is Haidong Hu. The first senior is education. We know the Albany High School have the topic about making sense of the living world. This model includes a section on nature plants. However, the teacher is finding it difficult to keep students learn about the plants in the classroom. The teacher decides to take students outside to practice how to identify nature plants and looking for a website which the class could explore on their shared class iPad. This website would need to offer information about past and current use of the nature plant, and the habit and description of each choice also is required in the class.
The second scenario includes disease control, where council workers would need to access native trees in order to monitor disease and infections.
The second scenario is disease control. Auckland County regularly monitor and control for disease by assessing the threat of infection or sickness in plants and trees. Because of the wide range of native tree species in Albany, it is essential to know where these species are in order to test and assess their condition. Trees regulars in control are looking for a method to locate native tree species. Staff members monitoring the trees often after it. Therefore, a method of displaying set location of the trees will allow new staff to locate space easily. The control also prefers the trees that are mapped to be accessible near a place to allow effective and easy access. The possibility to bring required monitoring gear with them. So we also show some disease and some control about how to save that on here. If you are interested in that, you also can use our product to know more things about that.
And the third scenario regards illegal logging, specifically of certain native trees such as the kauri and purakawa. So using this map, it means that people can monitor which trees are being targeted.
The third scenario is to monitor. Certain species of trees are under threat from illegal logging, and the government of New Zealand has decided to clamp this down before it becomes an epidemic and destroy the natural resources of the country. A surveillance has been high around popular logging areas and forests. The government involved in this illegal logging are choosing urban areas to consider their movement. The government has identified some special species of the trees such as kauri and pohutukawa, which which are targeted by these gums. This application helps us to mark and trace trees which belong to the target species in order to monitor their effectiveness.
And our final scenario surrounds recreation, where students at the university can use a map to access native trees along and near pathways for a break between classes or studying.
The fourth senior is regulation. My teammate Elmer has a 1 hour lunch break between his blog case on the Mass Albany campus, and he also like go around the campus to relax. One time he go to the for for hire equipment, which also location we want to research. He got here and he found it is a good opportunity to learn more about New Zealand's unique forests and trails. She would like to use a website which would allow him easy access to information about native plants, which shows their point on the Interact maps.
Moving on to background information. So before jumping into our data collection process, we reviewed 4 other products that were similar to what our goal was to get an idea of what has already been produced in regards to trees and maps. So interestingly, in our research we did not find any maps, locally or globally, which offered users the ability to explore how trees relate to the terrain that they are situated on. Most of the maps we reviewed provided point data on tree location, as well as some basic information regarding the non-spatial attributes of noted trees. This background research has encouraged our team to develop our final product to reflect visualizations and functionalities offered by products with similar goals to ours. So for our data collection process, we collected all of our data in the Fernhill Escarpment area by Massey University. We chose areas where there was a diverse range of trees because some of the pathways consisted of only a couple of species, so we tried to focus on areas where there were a higher variety. We also collected data in areas with a variety of terrain to allow for analysis between tree location and terrain direction, as well as the steepness of the terrain. We chose to collect data points of 6 specific native tree species, including kauri, kanuka, cabbage tree, silver fern, northern rata, and pohutukawa. Originally, we had planned to collect all of the data from the base of the tree. However, due to challenges such as lots of bees, I am allergic, and steep terrain, dense bush, we were not able to access the trunk of each tree. Therefore, we decided to collect from a safer point, which was from the point on the pathway nearest to the tree, with trees either being in a 2-metre radius from where we were standing, or for the larger trees where we could see the majority of the tree, about 80% of it or more. So for example, some of the kauris were on a steep bank close to the path, but we could see about 80% of the tree from the path, so we collected from that point on the pathway. We used mobile phone GPS applications to record data points. So 2 of us used GPS Status and Toolbox for Android, and 1 of us used GPS Cross Tracker. We decided to only collect data points where the error margin was 5 meters or less to try and keep it as accurate as possible. We took into account that we were using different devices and that data points could have errors since we were collecting data near and under trees, as well as on hills, which can interfere with the GPS to satellite signal. Also, using a recreational level device, we can expect a little bit more error as well. We collected a total of 92 data points, which we thought was a sufficient number to display the relationship between terrain and tree location, as well as enough data to support our scenarios. Along with the GPS coordinates, we also noted the approximate tree height from where we were standing on the ground, and the common species name of that tree while we collected the GPS coordinates. Later on, with further research, we added complementary attributes for each tree, such as their scientific name, family they belong to, conservation status, their distributions around New Zealand, their specific habitats, and quite a few more attributes as well. So the overall data collection process ended up extending over quite a long period of time due to us not getting quite enough data to start with at the beginning, and then also needing to explore a wider range of area by the end. So it took probably 5 or 6 weeks in the end, but it all worked out well at the end.
Kia ora, I'm Emma, and I'll be explaining our process for interpreting spatial data in our project. As Carrie noted earlier, our group decided to complete terrain analysis to offer users of our product the ability to visualize the relationship between native tree species and terrain. University and intermediate students can use this to understand the relationship between different species of plants and their terrain, while researchers can use it to analyze how to better protect our precious native species. Terrain analysis refers to the interpretation of topographic features and using GIS to analyze these interpretations. There are a number of ways to analyze terrain, but we felt as though aspect and elevation were the most relevant to our scenarios. Aspect is the azimuth or direction in which a slope faces. It's generally understood that in the southern hemisphere, northern-facing areas get the most light and southern-facing areas get the least. It'll be interesting to see which plants tend to be focused in which azimuth, and whether this is reflected in the habitats that they tend to prefer. Another terrain analysis we chose was elevation. This is shown using contour lines, which are labelled to show their height. The area we collected tree points from were at different elevations, so we felt as though this offered a further ability to interpret the relationship between land and plant. You will notice that we also included a hillshade element, which we included to give users a greater understanding of the surface of the area. However, I don't expect that this is to be used in analysis, but simply as a visual guide. We also investigated the inclusion of other forms of terrain analysis, primarily slope analysis element. This was excluded from our final product, mainly because all of our data was collected from flat or relatively flat land, and we did not collect any data from sloped areas. This was mainly due to the safety concerns we have regarding its collection. We felt that including a slope aspect could be misleading about the relationship between slopes and species of plants. So, let's see how we did it. First, I downloaded the digital elevation model from the LINS dataset, specifically the 2013 Auckland LiDAR 1 meter DEM. I merged and filled this DEM before clipping it to a polygon I created which reflected our study area. And here's the one I prepared earlier. Completing terrain analysis is as easy as knowing what buttons to press. So we're popping in our DEM, we're doing our output file, is the same I prepared earlier. And boom. Alright, off we go. So this obviously looks pretty cool, but what does it all mean? We're going to have to do a bit more work if we want to make it easy to see what's facing north, east, south and west. Luckily that's easy enough for us to figure out. You may be aware that north is 315 degrees to 360 and also 0 to 45 degrees. Each azimuth is 90 degrees from this point. So we'll input those labels and display. Alright, you'll see I've changed some colours here. We've labelled these to correctly show north, east, south, west, and ta-da! Alright, so that's our aspects sorted. Finding elevation data is also a really great way to analyse terrain, and there's a number of ways we can visualise this. I chose to use contour lines as it's a format that most people are familiar with. I experimented with a number of different meters, but settled on 5 meters, as I found that this was a great way to show the data without it being too crowded. Alright, so let's pop that one up to the top. And this is, again, easy enough to do through the raster, extraction, contour. There we go. Now we have the terrain analysis, but we need our point data if we're going to make any great conclusions from this. And so here's every single point of the trees we gathered, about 92 in total. Our data was uploaded to QGIS as a delimited text letter from a CSV file, which was then saved as a shapefile. We manipulated our point data a wee bit to change the attributes, create new layers, change the visibility of fields, and so on. So this went on for weeks. I won't show you all of that obviously, but here's the result. As you can see over here in the layers panel, we now have each species of trees functioning as its own layer. And these can be turned on and off as you need to. And if we open up these attribute tables, we can see all of the information that we've got that relates to the species or the tree in particular. We can come in here and you can see how we've changed the fields to be visible or not visible for our web export, which I'll be showing you in a second. We've hidden the data which we think people don't need to see, and we've got our images of photos so that it can pop up. I also created a layer which shows the OTH stream. I think it's interesting to see the clustering around that in certain types of trees. And again, we chucked on a path layer so users can see easy ways to access both of the tree points. The final step to make this map compatible online is to export it to a web format. Luckily, this is easy to do in QGIS, as I've got a plugin which helps you. We're just opening it up here now. And there we go. So we see our map. We can change the base map as we see necessary. As well, it offers you ways to change your layers and grouping, offers some data export options, your scale and zoom, appearance, pretty much everything you want to do with your map. So I'm going to export this one and then I'll send it off to Gautam. He'll create the map into an interactive website for our users.
Hello everyone, my name is Gautam and I finally have the exported QGIS map, but I found a little problem whenever I tried to use it. The pop-up wouldn't stay whenever I clicked on a tree. As soon as I moved my cursor, it would disappear. So we had to fix this problem. How to do that? Let me explain it to you. There are some settings which you need to unselect whenever you are exporting the web map. In the appearance section, you need to unselect highlight on hover and also show pop-ups on hover. Once you do this, then this problem will be fixed. Emma changed these things and the map works fine right now. Let me take you through the tour of the website itself. This is my htdocs folder. I'm actually using XAMPP control panel as my local host, and this is the folder where the website resides. It's called as Geo1 locally, and these are the files of the website itself. Index is the home page, map is where the QGIS map actually resides, but it is actually pulled out from this particular folder. This is the exported folder, and these are the different trees. So we have all these particular files which are HTML files. I used simple HTML, and you can see this is our home page. It has almost 1,000 lines of code. So if I actually scroll down, you can see the whole code. So it's a little bit painstaking, and these are the different trees. So cabbage tree has its own page, so does Kanuka. So every page has its own content. This is Kauri, and these are the other trees as well. So here's Rata, and this is Silver Fern. So here is the map page, which is the most important one. If you take a look at this, this is an iframe. What I'm doing over here is I'm grabbing the code from a different file, which is from this file. Okay, the map itself resides in this folder, but I'm grabbing it and putting it in an iframe. And this is responsive. We'll get back to that later. So what it does is it's grabbing the information and putting it in this website, and then I uploaded it to my server. This is my server, and this is the subfolder which I created on my server. It's called Geoinformatics, and this is where the website actually resides. Now let's take a look and see whether it works or not. Okay, this is my domain, and let's go to the actual folder. And yes, so the website works, hopefully. Because this is the first time it's loading, it will take a little bit of time because the images are heavy. And yeah, here it is, a little bit of animation, and this is our home page. And here we have this section called as our story, where we are trying to explain about this project and the skill set we have and the process we undertook to complete this project successfully. And we have a total number of 92 data points, 6 types of trees, 4 team members, and we had almost 53 coffee cups to complete it. And these are the different types of trees. We have 6 types of trees, and if you click, it will take you to the page of those trees. But let's take a look at the home page first. 4 team members: Emma, Hayden, Carrie, and me. And this is where you'll actually find this finished video. Once I finish and I'll upload it, that is where you'll find it. And these are the features of our website, and this is a little a window of where you can see the actual map, but once you click, it will take you to the full page. Let it load, and this is the final map. We have all these layers, and once you click, now the pop-up is not disappearing, so Emma fixed it. It's loading pretty quick actually. These are the contour lines of 5 meters, and these are the pathways. Now let's take a look at the other pages. This is our cabbage tree, and here you'll find all the information about this tree. And this is silver fern. So you can either click over here or there, doesn't matter. All links work fine. Kauri. This is all important information about these trees. This is Kanuka. Northern Rata. And this is our final tree. Oh, looks beautiful. Now, I skipped a section of the home page, so let me show you that part as well. Now, all these links open as well. So if you want to contact us, call us, or just send an email, click here and it will open your email client. One of the most important features of our website is that it's responsive. So no matter what the size of your windows, it will work fine. So you just change the size of your window, it will change itself. Let's resize and see. Now let's see if how it works with the other devices. Right now it's still in responsive mode. Let's change it to Galaxy S5 and see. Now this is how it looks on that particular device, and everything works. If you take a look at the menu, it also changed. Now this is how it looks on a laptop, touchscreen laptop. If I click here, it will take me to a new page. Let's go back and let's take a look at another device. All these pages look great on a laptop. iPhone, this is how it looks on an iPhone. iPad. So whether it is a tablet, PC, laptop, or a mobile device, the website looks great. Now this is the final part where I collect all the videos and put them together. For this purpose, I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro. So you can actually make movies using this. But we are just making this video presentation. So all I need to do is just grab the videos from multiple places, import them, and then put them together and make a single video out of it. If you look at this is a huge video which consists of multiple small videos. Thank you.